Happy hump day, everybody.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Joe here.
And Kevin.
Yeah, we're very excited to bring you the next episode of The Good Place. Last week's episode was absolutely incredible.
Yeah, once again, as we've done more than once on this show, and we shouldn't even be surprised now, we have completely blown up what the show is.
Yeah.
Now it's everybody knows that the gig is up, and the 4 humans are on the lam.
It feels like season 1 again, kind
Yeah,
of.
it kind of does, right?
With each episode in season 1, we're like, oh my god, like where are we going with this? Like, how are we going to solve this situation?
Right.
That's literally where we are right now. And yeah, with the entire bad place off to the medium place to find the gang, we don't really know what the next move is, right?
Yeah,
How
are they
many
going to
options
stay
do they
there?
have?
Like at some, I don't feel like they have a lot of options. I feel like it's a
If not
natural
like a day,
conclusion,
right?
Exactly. At some point, they're going to see they're not with Mindy. Whatever Sean's loophole to get to Mindy's is, so they're going to at some point in the very near future circle back to the fake good place, and it doesn't even matter if it's quick. Because, I mean, this is eternity we're talking about.
Yeah.
At some point, they're going to come back and look in the town for him. So that's not a solution. I was thinking about that, like, well, where do we go from here? I feel like at some point, we're going to see the actual bad place. I was like, where can they hide? And I think, well, they're hiding in this fake bad place. The only other thing I can think of is if they go to another bad place to hide that's more like the real bad place.
I wouldn't be surprised. We've seen whatever office area it is that he
There's a place. There's other places.
We've seen outside of it. We've seen realms outside of it.
Sure.
Obviously, the median place is a different realm. I'm assuming,
and it's really contained to one person.
Yeah.
There would be no way to hide there.
Yeah, and she has a derrick now.
Right, exactly.
Those wind chimes,
and they're in the bad place already, but they're in a very specific neighborhood of the bad place. I feel like this is an exciting time where other sections of the bad place are possibilities.
You brought up an interesting point last week about blackmailing Sean.
Yeah,
they could blackmail Sean into this though. Sean easily stay put and then just leverage Sean somehow.
That's true too, because Sean is definitely under the gun now too.
Yeah,
because he has not only has he overseen Michael overseeing this disaster, but he allowed the escape of 4 people from the bad place.
Basically, I guess Michael could just hide them and be like, Sean comes back and is like, we don't know where they're at. Like,
right, yeah.
Here's the deal. We fake it till we make it.
Yeah, exactly. Sean might reluctantly have to be on board for his own sense of self-preservation. And it wouldn't surprise me, given what this show is, that this idea of, like, give people a break, it's just not hard. Yeah. It's just not easy being a person. It's pretty hard to define what a good and bad person is anyway. Michael's learned it. Obviously, Janet's learning it. It's not outside the realm of possibility that this idea just spreads because of these 4 people.
If they can,
if it's Sean, and if it's Vicky, and if like we just start getting this widespread idea out there that maybe like this dichotomy of good person versus bad person isn't a real thing.
I hope so. I hope they can turn Cocoon. Right. I really do.
Now, Del pointed out, one of our favorite Patreons, Morph Guy from the beginning, love you, Del, said we did a good job of spotting the fact that Michael was dropping clues.
Yeah.
We're not as smart as we sound. For me, it wouldn't have happened if we didn't have subtitles on and I couldn't read Derek Bortles. Yes. I'm like, he's mentioning Derek. I think we're dropping clues here. I feel like if we were watching, just like a normal person watching a TV show without subtitles on, it would have gone right past my head too.
Yes, you're exactly right.
I think that's why
other things to
there were other
train. I was like, oh, we just dealt with that a couple weeks ago.
But I do think having the subtitles there to actually see the details of what he's saying
and
really,
the fact
really
that we talk about it extensively at the end.
Absolutely.
Too, so
all right, we should get rolling here.
Yes, if you guys are watching this on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel. If you might hit the like button for us, leave us a comment down below, and please hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content we have coming your way.
If you'd like to see a full-length reaction to The Good Place and everything else we've watched or watching, please check out a link in the description below to our Patreon page. On all of our shows, we're at least 4 episodes ahead on Patreon of where we're on YouTube. So if you get done watching the edits on YouTube and want to keep going, that's the way to do it. You're going to have to sync and watch along on your own Netflix or device. You're only going to see and hear us for copyright purposes. Yes. We're also watching 30 Rock right now as a Patreon exclusive. Just wrapped The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel and started Arrested Development. And I have just started The Sopranos.
Yeah, it's a great show.
It is.
All 3.
Thus far, The Sopranos is pretty good.
I say we leave this miserable shirt hole.
No, wait, not so
And go where?
Now, getting to the good place is pretty tricky. I have to design a complicated, unique transportation vehicle.
He's lying, clearly.
We just escaped by the skin of our teeth, and any second now, Sean is going to realize that we are not at Mindy St. Clair's.
Michael, they're right. We gotta go.
Is it weird that every time I see Johanny, I'm like,
Oh,
she has great skin.
Dark Spider.
Dope.
That
We
is
did it,
dope.
guys.
Yeah,
We won. We're going to the good place.
there's no way.
No, it's season 2. There's no way.
Yeah.
Eating
6
frozen
people.
yogurt and then having diarrhea and then eating more frozen yogurt and then more diarrhea. Maybe I should have realized this wasn't a good place.
Johanny. I called her Johanny. It just was like, why did I get her name all mixed up there?
Yeah, Tahani.
Johanny. Yeah.
Tahani, yeah.
We have so many
Did
characters.
you say Johanny?
I think I did.
Yeah.
Let's say it's John, you, and Tahani. That's a couple name.
Yeah.
I don't care where I live, as long as I have more or less frozen yogurt.
Why? Why?
It leads
An
to the diarrhea.
unlimited library.
The balloon will only transport those who have attained self-realization. Each traveler will step upon
Oh,
the
that's
scale
his
and
tr-
her
that's his
soul shall be
loophole.
weighed.
Cool, we got this. I don't know about you guys, but I am definitely the best version of myself. Relax, everyone.
No,
We're
I'll
all
nice.
gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Well.
Who's it going to be? Chidi?
There's not a thought in that head. There you go.
Yeah.
Like, he knows who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nuts!
It's okay. The pattern is green, 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 red. Remember that when it starts up again.
Okay, here's the thing. That balloon wants us to be the best version of ourselves. But there have been literally 802 different versions
true, yeah.
of us. And how do I know that this version is the best version of myself?
You've been our teacher this whole time, and we are much better because of you.
The best version of me is just as much about my effect on the world around me as it is about my
It's
own
really good.
Oh, you
egocentric.
got there quick. Yeah, you
Self-image.
got there really. All right. Oh, okay. Now is she doubting herself?
Now she won't get on, yeah.
Dope.
I don't think Jason's reflective enough to be the problem at any
He's
point.
not. It'd be really funny if he was though.
Yeah.
And yep, here we go. Red. Everybody, stay on.
guys, we're just not ready. I think we should regroup and try again
Hang on,
tomorrow.
I know the answer. Can you tell us more about Cheese and my relationship from that version?
Right, sorry. Well, you got really into ethics and you spent a lot of time together. Anticipating his needs made him fall for you.
Obviously, some undealt with issues here. I propose that everyone who is green go ahead and board the magic balloon and set out to the good place. Perfect plan.
Watch Red.
Yeah, red now.
No!
You're so perfect. Step on the scale. Fine.
So. Oh my
I think I
god.
broke it.
No!
Where you did a thing and you're sad after it? After sad, is that? No. God, you
Regrets?
humans
Yeah.
have so many emotions. The problem isn't any of you. This whole balloon thing is a fake. The truth is, I have no idea how to get into the good place.
There we go.
Yeah.
So where was the balloon gonna go?
Yeah.
I assumed if I bought myself some time, I could figure out a way in. Guys, I tried a billion different ways. So not only did I fail at getting us into the good place, I also learned the error of my ways. Real rock bottom for a demon.
Not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Oh, come on.
That's so much
Everyone
worse,
knows
yeah.
That's worse.
Yeah.
Perhaps, given everything, it's best we end our relationship.
No one who can fix this for me.
Sorry
me.
to all you normal Karens out there.
Feelings are stupid,
Yeah, who needs them?
but I do have feelings for you. And I know you don't feel the same way. I just wanted you to know the truth.
It is the circumstances under which we met are completely insane. I don't know how normal people are.
You're such a nerd. I like who we are right now. To this version of us.
That's good.
To the good people we've all become.
Michael!
Who is easily the best version of himself. But he made a mistake
is a demon.
and admitted he was wrong, which makes him better than 90% of all humans.
We forgive you. I mean, at least you tried to find a way to the good place. And that's the greatest thing someone can do. Just try your best. We would like to present you with this human starter kit.
Car
Human
keys, so
starter
I
kit.
can lose them. This is all garbage that I have no real use for.
That's right. Welcome to
That's
being
what it's all
human,
about,
buddy.
baby.
This is nice.
This is a very nice episode.
Yeah.
I'm really liking this.
Janet's feet weren't moving.
This is nice,
Yeah,
but
it
I'm
is.
just worried.
The shoe's going to drop for
Yeah.
sure. Or they're going to come up with something, obviously.
I hope so.
Finish shutting everything down. Sending train first thing tomorrow. Humans will be captured and tortured. Soup.
What do you guys think the bad place is going to be for you? I'll probably go to a Skrillex concert.
Like, I'll just always be camping.
I'm pretty good at turning every place I go into my personal hell. So
That's it. We should speak to the manager. Wait, you said that there was a judge.
I hope this means we're getting Trevor back. Trevor's not the
We
judge,
might.
but we might see Trevor again.
I thought about that. It's a non-starter. Judge rarely hears cases. And the only way to get to the judge's office is through a portal. You have to walk through the actual bad place in plain
Let's see
sight
it.
without getting
Oh,
caught.
wow.
It's better than the alternative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that or turn into soup.
Right, yeah.
Now we're going to do the most human thing of all. Attempt something futile with a ton of unearned confidence.
Yes.
You nailed that one right in the head.
That's human and definitely American. We are the kings of unearned confidence.
Yeah.
We're going to the bad place.
I want to see the bad.
we had a
place
lot of
so
good
bad.
times together.
For sure. Let's have some
I'll
fun with
see you
this.
in the next life.
Something tells me we'll see the house again.
What up, idiot?
As long as I'm with you guys, I'm always in the fake good place.
That doesn't sound as nice as you think it does.
Janet! Next stop, the actual bad place.
I'm excited to see it.
I am too. Oh wow. Okay. Well, maybe we won't see the house again.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
There might be a version of it. You never
Maybe.
know. Yeah. I will
Wow.
put nothing past this show.
That's
really cool.
It's truly a void.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. What episode was that? What number was that?
I
Take a
don't
peek real
remember.
quick, just because I'm curious, because it felt like a finale, right?
I don't think we were that far along.
I didn't think we were either. That's why I'm saying.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
for-
real quick,
I don't
so-
know. Yeah.
'cause I'm curious.
No.
Okay.
We're not
Episode 10 is the next episode.
Right. Yeah. We had like 13 in the first episode.
Yeah,
the first
so-
season. We still have a ways to go.
Interesting choice to have it end there, because did it not feel like a finale almost? Like
This show's will.
it's so
It's
unpredictable.
the show, right? They will do what feels like finales all the way through.
It's so. I know. I'm a little moved by the fact that they're like goodbye,
Yeah.
and it's like okay, cool. We're moving forward. Now, obviously, we could move back and
Sure.
and have some version of this place. Obviously, there's a lot to resolve. I'm glad I'm glad it's not the finale, because that'd be one heck of a cliffhanger.
Sure.
It doesn't matter because we're streaming all of it anyways. But but still, I mean, imagine seeing that and then having to wait a year.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the actual season finale in season 1 was a pretty big, gigantic, anvil of a mic drop. So, this show will blow itself up
Mhm.
anytime throughout the run of the show.
Sure. And it's
They completely change direction, and I love the unpredictability of it. I mean, what 95% of television shows are like, oh, here's the big finale, here's the big next season opener, then we run through it and repeat.
it's stagnant.
Yeah, and it's more predictable. I mean, that's the beauty of the show, is its complete lack of predictability.
It's amazing. Truly, like I don't know what's going to happen week to week. I do know that we're going to laugh.
Sure.
I do know that we're going to. Each episode, we root for these characters more and more. And Michael, Michael is like the unsung hero of this season. Like he has become one of my favorite TV characters.
Yeah, it's that's the one thing that on many that I absolutely did not expect this season to be is it's focused on Michael more than any other character.
I think so. Yeah, truly.
For sure. This was his season. There were complete episodes where we didn't get the main 4 cast members that often at all, right?
Yeah.
Like we had the Janet Michael episode that was really just focused on Michael. We had a lot of Michael.
That's the standout for me.
stuff. Yeah.
This season is the Janet Michael stuff. Because it's been a journey for Janet as well. Like,
Yeah,
this
for
season. I can't even wrap my head around what season 3 is going to be, because I don't know what the end of this season looks like.
Right. I'm excited to actually see the bad place and what the design of it is. I'm sure it's going to be nuts. I'm sure it's going to be unpredictable.
Mhm.
I don't know if we're going to see at any point
Hopefully we see Trevor.
I want to see Trevor. We're definitely not done with Sean.
No.
We're gonna meet a new character in the Judge at some point. I'm pretty confident that that's not going to be just a is kind of out
CG
there.
character.
Yeah, exactly. Well, just something that's like out there, but we never actually encounter. So that's going to be there. But I do expect, I don't expect, I would really like to see, like, at some point what their versions of their hell was actually going to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if this was a normal death into the bad place experience, what would torture have really been for each one of them? They were taking guesses this time,
Mhm.
but I'm kind of curious if we ever get to see, like, this is what the bad place actually had in mind for Tahani, for Jason.
If there's an episode where they're like actually trapped.
Yeah, or at least see it, right? Or
Yeah.
have to work their way through it, or whatever.
Mhm. I love that they're getting out of this by let's go talk to the manager.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't do that. Don't do that in real life, guys, unless it's absolutely necessary. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna see all these characters or if it's gonna be a neighborhood,
Sure.
or if it's gonna be like an actual like traditional fire and brimstone kind
No,
of.
I don't think it's going to be a neighborhood because I think the neighborhood thing was just
That
really,
was his idea.
right?
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be nothing like what we saw because that was that's completely revolutionary, right?
Mhm.
We'll make a fake good place and trick everybody into torturing themselves.
And somebody,
so it's going to be something torture.
somebody said on Patreon that the reason we haven't got a lot of Adam Scott is because of another show he was on.
Sure, right.
They were very winking towards whether or not we're going to see him again.
Sure,
Don't-
I want to. I love Adam
Don't
Scott.
know if
right.
it's going to be this season, next season, or if it'd be
Mhm.
like something toward down the road. I'm confident we will see him again.
Yeah,
But I do want more characters.
yeah, and I think we're going to get him. I think
I really hope so.
I think leaving the neighborhood, we've set up the possibility, and at least wondered, early on in season one when we kept talking about the bureaucracy of the bad place,
Sure.
and especially into this season, like, are we gonna see Are we gonna see the bad place like when we thought we were in the good place? Are we gonna, Are we gonna see, the bureaucracy kind of play out? And I'm hoping we do on some level.
Even though it's probably not going to be a neighborhood. Obviously, the work environment that he was in is a traditional human
Right,
office, space, right?
right, sure.
So I wouldn't be surprised if it's something akin to that. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it's got to be something awful, whatever
Yeah.
it's going to be. Pits of fire and volcanoes and monsters, and
Sure.
I'd be really stunned if it wasn't there. But I mean, we'll see.
It's
We have
funny.
no
It's
idea.
funny because when they're in the office, you just have like fire monsters walking
Right,
by.
yeah,
So
exactly, yeah.
if it's something kind of like that, that would be really
Right,
funny too.
like a traditional office. But
Yeah.
but I feel like the real bad place has to be something awful, something worse than a white collar office.
I'm so excited. I can't wait for next week because I'm just making all these predictions in my head now, and I'm like, what is it going to be?
Yeah. And of course, it's going to be clever, and there are going to be moments where it's funny. But I don't know.
I wonder if we see a familiar face or if we get some new actors. I love this showrunner because in all of his shows, I mean, obviously The Office, Parks and Rec, you just get actors you don't expect to be in that role. Like the guy who plays Sean, we've seen him before in things randomly.
Yeah, he does a lot of work for sure.
He's so funny.
Yeah.
With just being so deadpan. So I want to see some familiar faces.
You're a jerk. The Vicky.
I almost forgot about that.
If they're going to the bad place now, I would not be surprised if, on some level, as part of their growth journey, right, if the characters don't confront some of their life tormentors. You know what I mean? I would not be surprised if Tahani doesn't run into her parents
or her sister.
If her sister's dead.
So, unless it's, I don't know if it's going to be some kind of like mind trick thing where it's like she's not actually there.
Sure.
It's like more of like in her head kind of situation.
No, but that's possible. But I'm saying like actually confront the actual, Eleanor's parents, right? I don't know who Chidi would confront. He seems to be his own worst enemy.
Philosopher.
Yeah, exactly. He seems to be his own problem. Same with Jason. I don't know, but I feel like that the two females leads on the show have parental issues that are unresolved, and I would really like the opportunity to see those get resolved.
Me too.
For them, moving forward as part of their growth and healing process.
If we don't resolve it now, obviously save that because I do want to see that eventually. I think it'd be very emotionally relevant.
Very, very much relevant, right? Like, why are people how they are? Well, we've established in the show, right?
Many times this season.
A lot of times it's because of your upbringing, right? Some people have, the luck of having a good upbringing and turn out and have better odds of turning out great. I think Jason is a lost cause because he wasn't raised right.
No.
I know that makes me sound like I'm a 100-year-old hillbilly.
No, it's true.
But you know, it was his upbringing, right? Eleanor grew up without parents and had to be completely self-sufficient early on, you know. So and that has a lot to do with it.
In many ways, Michael too.
Right. And now Tahani obviously had all the privilege in the world and it didn't save her. So that's
Doesn't
not
guarantee
that's
happiness.
exactly or decency anyway. So I mean, we'll see. But I think it would make sense for them to confront that at some point.
Yeah, absolutely.
And going through the bad place seems like the best way to do it. I don't know how you can fund it. Like
It's like the only way to do it, I guess.
right, yeah. Because if they're still alive, I don't know. I mean, obviously time doesn't have to be linear through any of this, but I mean, we'll see. All right, we'll catch you next one, guys.
See ya.